What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show. We give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know I really do appreciate it, man. And one of the fastest ways to get into your first six figures is avoiding toxic women. Hey, ladies, same shit works for you, just reverse the roles. But my channel is predominantly men, but avoiding toxic women, toxic partners. You ain't getting nowhere in life with all that negativity, drama, all that shit. But you go out here and you shove your little pecker in one of these old rum dums and you get them pregnant, and your life is over. The next 18 to 25 years, they got you. I remember I was working at Texas Roadhouse, man, straight slave labor in the kitchen. I'm in that sumbitch working for pennies on the dollar. Child support's eating up my damn checks. I'm sitting in there, man, and there was this guy next to me, and I made my promise then I would not be that sumbitch. He was 55 years old in there washing dishes, paying off child support for a 30-year-old. He's like, I still pay child support on my son. That sumbitch is 30. That's what he's sitting there saying. Well, I'm washing dishes with the motherfucker, man. Never again. I remember looking at that man. I still see his face from time to time. Sometimes I think in life we just see mirror images. We're just reflections of each other. And you can choose. It's like if you're trying to quit drinking and then you see an alcoholic and you're like, man, I don't want to be that way. You got the choice to be like, that's not going to be me, or that is me. And I remember looking at that man because he was 55, 56 years old, similar build to me. Like I said, reflections of each other. We're all just mirror images. And he was sitting there telling me he's paying child support for a 30-year-old. And I was like, fuck that. Never again. Nah, that ain't going to be me. And I think about that. That's why I stay on top of my shit now. That's why I do what I do, because I want to be able to live. I want to be able to live the remaining years of my life. So we'll see. But you go out there and get these old rum dums pregnant. This is what you're going to deal with.
Hey, bitch, look what I just got. Long time coming. I'm a restaurant. You know what? Let me open it with you guys. Oh my God. Fuck you, bitch. Oh.
Look at all this negativity, though, and nastiness. You know what I'm saying? I realize she's probably young. I get it. She's probably young. But, and what, you didn't see the signs of this? I get it. She's young. She's doing some immature stuff, open up a child support check, acting crazy. I get it. But this is obviously her character. She acts this way on a daily basis, whether it be about a box of crayons, child support, cooking bacon, whatever it is. She acts this way. This is who she is as a woman, as a human being. And you chose to run up in that thing raw and shoot all in it. You thought that was going to be a good idea. That was a smart move. This is some of you idiots out there right now. Don't worry, I done the dumb shit too. Thank God I ain't got kids with them. Thank you. I done it too, man. But this is some of you right now dating somebody like this right now. No education, no common sense. Y'all don't even have kids yet. Y'all don't even have kids yet. And you're watching this video. You even heard just been dating. She has no education, no common sense, a real rum dum out here running the streets. All gut, no butt. Can't cook shit, can't do shit, makes $12 an hour at the gas station, and you're over there hitting it raw, not using protection, and gonna be in this situation right here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It's okay. I love you. Pay to the order of Nikki Oviedo. Thank you, bitch, for my son. Kyrie, what do you want? Kyrie, what do you want to go buy? You want to go buy your Luigi costume? Say thanks, Dad. About time you start doing some shit, bum. I will never be that motherfucker's piece. Thank you for finally doing some shit for your son. Round of applause, round of applause. Yeah, let me go ahead and endorse. Thank you.
Like she said, I will never be that motherfucker's piece. Round of applause, round of applause. Dude, that kid back there looks to be about 4. This guy's got the next 16 to 20 years to deal with this shit. Because you fall behind, you end up in jail, driver's license revoked, all these things happen to you. You young guys need to pay attention. You really do, because again, a part of you developing and having a six-figure lifestyle is going to be avoiding shit like this. Toxic, nasty traps like this. Let's finish this video out.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Yeah, I want to deposit a check. A child support check. I just gotta let these motherfuckers know. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful day to receive child support. Oh my god, this is gonna be my jokey joke for the longest. You thought I had jokes before, bitch? You ain't seen nothing yet. You know, I wouldn't be me if I didn't have a White Claw to this. So, cheers. If you ever could take any advice from me, put your baby down on child support. Cheers.
That motherfucker ain't got no ass. All gut. Come on, man. At least I'm paying child support to a baddie. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be honest with you. At least I didn't get a freaking cum dumpster down the block pregnant. I'm paying child support to a baddie. I mean, my son's mom's, at least she looks good. I guess right here, man, y'all. Come on, man.
Oh my god. Look at this shit. What that says? Oh my god. Hey, bitch.
And then, though, the whole time she's got the kid around. The kid's sitting there the whole time listening to all this stuff. The way you talk about his father, he's a bum. He don't do this, that, acting that way, calling them bitches. I can only imagine what that relationship was like. Some of y'all are going through this right now and afraid to pull the trigger and exit. Some of y'all are going, this is you right now living with somebody. Trust me, I get these coaching calls. I ain't making fun of nobody, but I get these coaching calls. Handsome dude calls me and he's dating a fat girl and tired of it. But now they live together. They can't get out. He can't get out. They got a kid together. He's afraid of what's going to happen. I get a coaching call like that probably once a week, guys. And I'm not making fun of no damn body, but I swear to God, I get a coaching call with some dude that's pretty handsome, making decent money, doing all right for himself, and he got the freaking Shrek pregnant. He got Fiona freaking pregnant. And now he's got to live with her, walking around with her fat ass feet, no ass, big. Come on, man. Come on, guys.
And I have to wonder, too, for children who see a father go through this, especially boys, do they want to be a father when they grow up? Or did they see, man, I saw the way my dad was treated. I don't want to be a dad when I grow up. I'll go through the same type of a thing. And I have to wonder.
He ain't lying. Me and my son have this, I'm going to let y'all listen to it one more time.
Too, for children who see a father go through this, especially boys, do they want to be a father when they grow up? Or did they see, man, I saw the way my dad was treated. I don't want to be a dad when I grow up. I'll go through the same type of a thing.
He's not lying. Me and my son have these conversations all the time. You know, I talk to my son because I don't want him to experience what I've had to. I don't want either one of my sons to. But the fact is, I don't know my youngest son like that. My oldest son sees firsthand what I go through. I've sat there and let him sit in the background so he can hear what child support court does to me. Or that he can hear what it does to other men. That way he knows, like, man, my dad ain't really that much of a loser. It ain't my dad's freaking fault. Or however, not trying to shift blame to anybody. Obviously, you have kids, you need to take care of them. But like I said the other day, you know, a woman in the comment section said, oh, why complain about child support? You didn't plan on supporting your children? Yes, but I didn't plan on fighting the government. No man plans on fighting the freaking government. And I sit there and have these conversations with my son that, you know, just because this is happening to me, don't think that it won't happen to you. And like, I don't want him to be, how do I want to explain it? I would love to have grandkids. I would love to see my son married and happy. We would all love to see our kids go through that, but it's highly unlikely that he won't. It's highly unlikely for any of you to go out here and get with the same person and stay with them. It's highly unlikely for you to raise your children throughout their whole life. It does happen, but statistics show there are more men on child support alienated from their children than there are two-parent households. Just statistically, it's highly unlikely that you will be involved with the woman you marry, raising your children, You have more probability of ending up on child support and not seeing your kids like most men out here. So my son sees me go through this, the one that lives with me, he's 16 years old, and I talk to him about it, and he's like, he tells me all the time, I don't want kids. And I'm pretty sure it's because of what he sees me go through. I never really had the time to be a dad. I mean, I was physically there for him. So he gets my physical time, my other son gets my money. And whenever I'm off child support, it's going to reverse. My other son can have my time if he wants it, and my oldest son will get the money. That's just the way it's going to be, because all my money is being sent out of my household. So my youngest son can get my time if he wants it. He can come and find out who his father is, but I won't send any more money out that way. I'm past that. I'm done with that. His mother has ran through everything, and there's nothing to show for it. He's got no college fund. With that money that I've sent, I could have already bought him a duplex. He could already have real estate going for himself. That's a college fund. You could have thrown that in. There's plenty of things you could have done with that. Plenty of things you could do with child support money besides give it to a mother to just waste it. Plenty of things you could do with that. But, who am I, right? Who am I?
Most children, especially boys, they get to an age where they don't care about the parent that stayed. A lot of y'all be thinking that y'all mommy of the year because y'all are the parents that's carrying the weight. They get to an age where they don't care. They actually resent you because of the parent that left or because of that parent that y'all shut out. When they're 13 and 14, especially boys, and y'all no longer have control because they don't stay babies forever, and you're crying out to a community, trying to find a community to help you, and you're like, well, I did the best I can. What did I do wrong? What you did wrong was that when they were toddlers and they were little babies, you felt like your way of parenting was the only way of parenting. I'm team, let these men raise these boys.
1000%. Everything she said was factual. I'm not going to say there is going to be some animosity towards the mother if you keep the father away. If you keep the father away from his son or the son away from the father, there is going to be some animosity in there towards the mother. It's just going to happen. And the reason for that is because I tell women all the time, you think there's not another you? Do you think there's not another woman out there getting ready to do your son exactly like you did his daddy? And then here he is sitting back. He's 30 years old. He's on child support. He's going through all these things. He's going to start hating you. It may take him a little while, but he's going to be like, damn, this is what my dad went through. Like, I can't even fuck with my mom because I'm going through exactly what my dad went through. I can't even look at you the same. And this is what happens. This is what happens to hundreds of thousands of men. And they're like, this is exactly the shit my daddy went through. I see why he left. I see why he didn't come back. Motherfucker went and got Newports and a Dr. Pepper and never showed back up. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, I understand it. Because your son is getting ready to go out here into this world, no matter how much you prepare him, and deal with somebody's daughter that is going to mentally and physically abuse him, run him financially. And that's what he's getting ready to have to deal with. That's what he's getting ready to go through. And once he goes through enough of it, he's going to start looking at you and saying, this is exactly what you did to my father. This is exactly who you are. You are them. And he's going to look at you completely different. But to stay on top of what this young lady was talking about, usually, I always think about like Spartans and things like that, of how they raised their sons, sending them out into the wild in the wilderness. Obviously, we don't do things like that anymore, but that's how the men raised their sons back then. They raised them in combatives. They raised them just in that lifestyle, in which fathers do that. If you got a dad that was a high school wrestler, then you're probably going to learn a few wrestling moves. If you got a dad that boxed, you're probably going to learn how to box. You got a dad that fishes, you're going to learn how to fish or be a mechanic or whatever. Women don't do that shit. Most women sit around, they barely cook, they smoke weed. And don't get me wrong, women have hobbies, but modern women, no. No, it's hard to find a modern day woman out here in 2025 that cooks, that cleans, that doesn't do drugs, shit like that. It's not out here twerking, they're just getting trains ran on her, because that's a typical woman these days. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what's happening out here. These women are out here getting threesomes and everything else and then going home to whoever and acting like they didn't do nothing. But that's typical shit. And that's what your son sees. And so you got a 10-year-old, 12-year-old son. He's trying to figure out his life as a man, as a young man. He needs his father. He no longer needs his mother. Around that age, I'd say probably around 10 to 12 years old, a boy no longer needs his mother. He needs his father more than anything. Because that's around that age is when you really start to you start feeling yourself. You start trying to figure out, what looks work for you. You start making peace with the deformities that you have, maybe crooked teeth, big nose, big ears, little ears, whatever it is that somebody can just start jonesing on you about, somebody can just start picking on you about. You start to make peace with it around that age. 12, 13 years old, you're like, shit, you know what? I got big ass ears. Fuck it, it is what it is. Cool. And you move on. But those are things that your father would help you with. Your father needs to be there to make fun of you. He needs to be there to give you crack jokes on you, but then give you a hug like, man, it's all right. Look at this. And show you his third nipple or whatever he's got. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need that. But a lot of young men were robbed of that. I was robbed of it. I'm glad that I'm able to do it for my 16-year-old because I see how important it is. The self-esteem alone that I have instilled in that young man, nobody ever did it for me. I had to find it myself. The self-esteem that I've instilled in my son by picking on him, joking with him, and then teaching him how to crack jokes back. My son would not be who he is today if I wasn't in his life. He would not have the self-esteem. He would not move and carry and conduct himself the way that he does. I used to get in his ass when he was a kid. I was a straight out of the army, straight back from Iraq, Afghanistan, pure drill sergeant to him. I didn't beat my son, but I had no problem snatching his ass up and telling him he was wrong. And he became a yes ma'am, no ma'am kind of kid. He didn't talk back. Now he's feeling himself. He's getting a little older these days, but he's developing his own he's developing his own thoughts. He's developing his own level of understanding. He's making his own conscious decisions. And he's able to sit back and be like, nah, that's not right. And I don't like the way you're talking to me. And I've raised him to be that way. I've raised him to be his own man and to be a free thinker, to think before you speak, think before you act. Mothers don't do this shit. Most of them don't. I ain't saying all, but most don't. Most mothers, they don't want to be bothered. They're not out here. They just don't. Around the ages between that right there, 10 to 13, a boy needs his father. So if you're a single mother listening to this and you got a 10, 12-year-old son, find his daddy and it's where he needs to be. He doesn't need to be with your ass at all. He needs to be with his daddy. I mean, most of y'all are robbing your sons of having a full, wholesome life by keeping him away from the father, and this shit ain't right. Little boys need their dad. I can't even, because it's making me think about my own life, my own things that I went through, and I don't know, man. It's wild out here, and I feel for anybody. I don't recommend any of you have kids, but it is what it is. So I don't know, man. Y'all leave it in the comments below. Let me know, because I got to get ready to go. Like I said, I'm feeling real Dr. Seussish this morning. Y'all have a great freaking day, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.